बोले श्री सद्गुरुदेव महाराज जय। बोले श्री सद्गुरुदेव महाराज जय। बोले श्री सद्गुरुदेव महाराज जय। Happy, 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 happy. Happy, 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 happy. Happy, 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 happy. Let's put the hand together for the fun of all creation. Bole Shri Sadhudev Maharaj Jai. By Maharaj's grace, we are here again, the Hall of Grace of Sadhguru Maharaj this evening. And my name is Service Premi Sidebe Iwat. I received divine knowledge of Sadhguru Maharaj on the 23rd day of April 1998 in Sadhguru Maharaj's village. By Maharaj's grace, I'm a research fellow, a profession. Thank Maharaj for this grace that brought us tonight here again at the Hall of Grace of Sadhguru Maharaj. Should I say to our viewers out there, maybe should I say good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on the time zone. We are here with the Father of Creation this evening, as we are here in Nigeria, the source of life, the Supreme Being in person, to dialogue with the Father of Creation for Maharaj to teach us more about the mystery of life and how we can come up, how we can come out from danger surrounding man and a way forward towards attaining this stardom Maharaj has brought. By Maharaj's grace, tonight the Father of Creation is very, very much visible and present here to lead us out of temptation and darkness through question and answers. And the children of light are also here, the Father of Creation. And we thank Maharaj for making it possible for us to be here tonight. Before we proceed on tonight's segment, the children of light is begging the Father of Creation and Father Maharaj to bless the entire creation before we proceed. Bole Shri Sadhudev Maharaj Jai.
All blessings to everyone. By the grace of the grace, today is the 27th of February 2023, and by what is going on as the latest news, Nigeria is under the pressure of forming a new general election that will bring in a new president after President Buhari, and then other members of the Senate and governorship of the 36 states we have. And we are asking that all hands should be on deck to make sure that these elections are not marked by violence and all kind of criminality. Yes, because it's unwholesomely a kind of taboo for you to want to lead us and asking our votes, and at the same time organizing thugs, bandits to destroy or kill somebody. Yes, and this is the reasons why there have been agitations from time to time that yes, people are not conscious because they're always giving money to save their conscience. And so the incoming leaders, whether as president, governor, or member of the Senate, House of Reps, don't do the right things. So many have asked for a change. Yes, of government, either unitary, interim, and or a government that will express our humanity with a human face and bring about lasting peace in our environments. And so our meeting here is for you to ask, inquire, and offer, yes, the best you can, so that those at home, not only in Nigeria, but the whole world, will be able to find a way out of this present sadism that has been plaguing the entire human race for long. Today, when you talk about banditry in the north, kidnapping in the south, across the borders there are civil wars going on. Republic of Congo, Somalia is there, Ethiopia, and then when you go globally, yes, North Korea seems to be seen as a threat. You know, the Chinese are supporting the Russians now to face the Europeans who are supporting Ukraine. Yes, for what we don't know. Is it another desire to create World War III or what? Can we just sit down for a minute and dialogue instead of creating displaced people, destruction to lives and property, and now ask for a peace conference? It tells you that there's something wrong with the entire humanity. But with the presence of Maharaji here, we believe that it will help to reduce this karmic reaction that always sends people to imminent graves, untimely homes, and vice versa. So the ball is in your court, my friends. An opportunity for you to get out of this web of flippant confusion that always leads to the end of which nobody wants to be. Poverty, anarchy, illusions, and state of coma, which always has ended in the demise of the person. Because there's nobody to help with the spiritual soul saving, tonic that we have now. So blessings and blessings to everyone.
Happy, 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 happy. Let's put the hand together for all questions once more. MAHARAJ's grace, the rule of the game, you mention your name, and when the mic is handed over, you do a proper introduction of yourself. MAHARAJ.
Yes, one call.
Shri Sagude MAHARAJ. Bole Shri Sagude MAHARAJ. Bole Shri Sagude MAHARAJ. MAHARAJ, on 20th of December, My name is Service Premi Wakobinka. My father Sagru Maji found me on 23rd of November 1998 in Maji village. By Maharaji's grace, I'm the Divine Minister for Trade in the One Love family of Sagru Maharaji. Maharaji, my question is, on the 20th of December 2022, my father Sagru Maharaji, by special grace, clocked 75 years physical birthday for us to celebrate. And we are in this village celebrating the birth of our father Sagru Maharaji. And out of the joy, Maharaji gave us 75 days countdown. And these 75 days, as of today, we have reached the 5th day of the countdown. Now you are begging, out of curiosity, what are the good things Maharaji has prepared for the world and the Nigerians in particular? The grace of the good things Maharaji is going to give us. We are so curious to ask this question. Maharaji.
Blessings to you. You know, you don't just go to the bush and begin to carry yam, pepper, tomato, onion. You have to have started as a farmer. And that is just what we started maybe 42 years ago. So the notice we give is to remind us about where we are going and the need for one to be actively involved. Yes, whatever that was said there is to make sure that we get the best out of everything on the ground. Politically, economically, socially, and spiritually. Yes, we are still on. Only that you should not be on Maharaji alone. The question you are asking now should have been immediately after the program. In between this period, we come and we ask Papa, what do we do to achieve it? Nobody did. Even when we called for a meeting of the ministers, people are going for marriage and going to do this and do that. Nobody came. I even sent an invitation. But that does not stop what Maharaji has to do. Only that those who didn't come have determined what they want to be tomorrow. That always they want to be cut off from the source. And when you are cut off from the source, what happens? There's a dry dock. You don't need dry dock if there's enough transportation, enough staff to carry the loads here and there. And so it has not changed. Only that this is not the time that you leave Maharaji and you go your own way. If Maharaji is God, is the Lord and Savior, you have to be active. There must be regular, constructive work, engagement. Because as the commander, yes, those on the infantry, Air Force, and in the Navy will be doing their jobs, not on personal basis. So definitely whatever I'm saying is no different from what I said 30 or 40 years ago. But we cannot go into postpone because we are not awake. We are not conscious. Let me use the language. It's not something that, you go and plant yam, cassava, pepper, tomato, then you leave it. You come by 2 weeks. What will happen to the farm? it will be plenty of weeds. We may have even finished all the plants there, all the crops there. So we need stability. Whatever is going to happen always must be left with Maharaj. Because it will have been we becoming aware, Maharaj has given 75 for, oh yeah, my Lord, we are here now. What do we do? Nothing like that. We are just moving here and there, up and down. So definitely it's a culmination of what I cannot do that because I have a service to do. Yeah, which has to happen. A new awareness, a new system completely. But it depends on the individuals, what you put in, what you are going to get. Oh yes, and that demands that we should readjust ourselves now, not to toy with what Maharaj says, not to joke, but to be seen to be real. My blessings. Yeah, who's next?
Bole Shri Sagrudev Maharaji, Bole Shri Sagrudev Maharaji, Bole Shri Sagrudev Maharaji. By Maharaj grace, I'm Service Premi Abu Arakwe. I received my father Sagru Maharaji divine knowledge on a level 4, 2020 at Iju Ashram. I thank Maharaj for the grace. I'm a musical artist, Afrobeat singer by Maharaj's grace. Maharaj, my question is that Maharaj came to unite the whole world and bring peace, to restore peace to the world, the entire globe. Please, Father Maharaj, but what is going on in the world today? Calamity everywhere, war against each other, countries against countries, like the war between Ukraine and the Russians now. The other countries are supporting this, the other countries are supporting Ukraine, then other countries are supporting Russia. But Father Maharaj, what hope do we have from Maharaj that, yes, what plan do Maharaj have to settle this war between the both countries that we need to the United Nations Maharaj came to give us in the entire group, and what plan do Maharaj have to settle the crisis within the war within the both countries to bring United Nations that Maharaj have come to give the world? Bole Shri Sagrudev Maharaji.
Blessings to everyone.
Bole Shri Sagrudev Maharaji.
Attention here now. All of us are concentrated. There are spaces to sit down, not to go and dislodge somebody. Satanic. Because we are here, the moment you come in here, you are moving. Now your question is very simple. That there is spaced out people out there. They have not learned from the lessons of the past. Unlike here, where history is being dished out to us to goggle in. There, they know about the deception, the deceitfulness, and the games that they are playing. And so we come to find out that from time to time, when this light was hidden or completely blocked up, dissatisfaction erupted, discontent, malice grew up. And so we find that people started moving, either by force or force of arms. And so that brought about new nations and controllers, a new kind of renaissance based on greed, pride, and conquest. And so when you look at the situation now, it is not something new to see Russia attacking Ukraine. Yeah. You saw how the whole Second World War started and ended. But today there's a difference. And the difference is that we are talking about Sadhguru Maharaj in Nigeria. For Sadhguru Maharaj there, when those world wars took place, I believe very strongly that even after the World War came the Vietnamese War, in which America was disgraced. Yes, disgraced in the sense that they were not able to achieve the aim of uniting. But at the end of the day, it became North and South Vietnam. Well, we can see Korea now divided. Even if you go into the Middle East, you find out here a new satellite of the West, led by the new 1948 Israel, is on. So all we need to do for those of us who are around here is to rally around Maharaji, yes, and the government, for us to find the most appropriate way of reducing our dependence on supply of everything from Europe by cutting our expenditure to bone and control certain things that we are not, I repeat, we are not in need of. Yes, either in the area of eating, drinking, clothing, materials of all sorts, because we have discovered that any nation without scientific and technological base, you will not be able to know what you have. And today we have seen that Nigeria, indeed whole Africa, have become a center where they dump toxic kind of things. And so all we need now is to revamp the economy by making sure that we control, we guide and protect, by making sure that some of these laws are revised, repealed, and new ones introduced, to make sure that the ordinary black man should know what to eat, what to drink, what not to, what to say. You know, we have social media coming up now, trying to contest issues with the public media. You know, the public media, some people they pay, so you do or write that what they say. But in the social media is more or less like the proletariat, the common man, avenue of being heard. Yeah, so in all ramifications, all that is needed now is a compromise, a kind of coming together. Yes, united in diversity, to make sure that we don't allow our tribe, our beliefs, both imported and local, to block our desire to come together. It is when we come together, the forces of Europe, China, Russia, Asia, they now will come to realize that, so people can come together without even resort to war. And that is always what happens when Maharaji is working on the planet. Yes, with Maharaji now, we're able to come together because so many things have been done wrongly or badly. But whom do you blame? Where we don't have somebody to look up to, an object of devotion that will be able to move us or integrate our energies in one direction. Yes, it is then we are able to find out that, okay, so this man is my brother, this sister is mine. It doesn't matter. It could be a Ghanaian, it could be a Congolese, it could be a Frenchman, can be an European. That is it. But the onus of responsibility lies on the premise now. Like I was saying, answering the first question. No sooner than I made that announcement, the prime ministers were to meet and then meet Maharaji. Maharaji, what do we do? They didn't do that. It means that they are not conscious. If they are conscious, when the budget is declared, you know, people interpret it to the public. And that is what, Maharaji, what do we do? Where do we go? what has to be done. They didn't do that. So somebody will now come, oh, what do we get out of this and that? Of course, we have not changed. We are saying Maharaji has planted the yam, the pepper, some are taking, some are not taking. Like the mango now, if you go into the spiritual world, the mangoes are falling down, getting rotten. Don't believe what I said, you go in. It means that they are not conscious that the living master, who is God, is like a farm. You don't clear the farm, then you go and sleep. Are you there? Yes, you take care until harvesting. So it's harvesting time for the black race to come together. So from nowhere, you will find, of course, as I'm talking now, I have communication with Uganda, with Ghana, many of the countries, yes. I have people, you know, but if you don't come closer in the sense that your service must be regular. You must be attending satsang regularly. Meditation, no. You see, just if you don't know what your father is doing at home, what would be your pride? And so it has been planted. Everybody is taking. And we are going there. We are moving there. Just look at even the elections now. They say they have been killing themselves. What for? 2023, we want to organize elections and somebody must die? No. They need to stay aside. Let a new member of, you know, correct men and women take the lead to make sure that we don't ape the Oyinbos. Imagine Nigeria of 20 years ago, 30 years ago, cannot keep quiet. I don't know the comment Nigeria made about Ukraine. They are bringing out photos to bring up emotions and sentiments. You see people writing against Russia. No, don't go inside. You don't know the genesis of the war. Are you there? Yes, you cannot just talk anyhow. Not. But if you are programmatically involved in evolving the, you know, the present situation in to bring sanity into the system, you just become. You find that Nigeria is not pulling its weight at all. The leaders cannot be wait and see. In those days, they used to say they are non-aligned. You have to be aligned, either west or east. They know from where you go. So I believe that Nigeria is on the right path. Yeah, who's next? Naba.
Lashri Saludev Maji. Lashri Saludev Maji. Lashri Saludev Maji. By Maji's grace and service for me, Adin Kenana Abba. I received Maji's divine knowledge on 29 December 2000 here in Maji's village. Maji, please, what's the difference between one who is spiritually conscious, going by the traditional ways, and the one who is conscious with Maji's divine knowledge?
We're talking about who is conscious in knowledge and divine way, and then the one who is conscious divine knowledge. Those in the tradition, they are superior. Superior in the sense that they know the rules of the game. They did not read it. It's just like what has been there from the beginning when Maharaji was here. So they know how to talk to the plants. They know how to use them for this and that. And no. They don't go into mind. You know that if they go into mine, they will die. Oh yes, they will die immediately. So in the case of knowledge, most of those on this earth now, particularly those who found themselves in business and educational sector, they have become what we call studio Nigerians, Africans. Now, each time opportunity comes, they will slip the information into their mind. The mind is just data, information that they have captured or been told, but different from those other ones. So it will be very, very easy for them to be manipulated, because he is having this notion that knowledge is just like a badge that I use when I'm going for this party. Okay, knowledge is my life, but he doesn't know with life comes the understanding of all the things around you. Except those who have that feeling, understanding that Maharaji knowledge is not take knowledge and go and do whatever you like. Yeah, Maharaji's knowledge is to make you one with the entire creation. Like when you listen to me after blessing the newborn baby, that today all the 7 elements are under your control. If they are under your control, you dance to their tune. You can't suspect. You can't doubt. You can't create any kind of situation that you cannot, or that when the power is there to guide you, as he did with those traditionalists who have been passing it. So the two can work together if only premise can realize that it is not the mind that works. I said earlier on here, you go to the market, medical area, all this Alago, whether in Ebola, Yoruba land, even Kogi, anywhere. You meet them, Mama, oh Baba, my stomach is okay, what is wrong? This eye is okay. You pay 20 naira. Say, I don't have up to 20. You say, how much do you have? You say, 2, we are bringing. We are taking. Go and try it. Let me know, eh? But it's not the same way with the hospitals. Some people die because of 10,000. Some people die in prison because of 2,000 to bail them. Why? Because they are in their mind. So they are more or less the studio Africans now, who are forgetting the oneness, the communalism between them. So the same way with premise. Imagine a premise borrowing you 2,000 and he wants to take the money back. It's not a premise. 2,000. When he gave the 2,000, did he die? No. He didn't die. Why? Why did he want to take back? Imagine an asthma, 4 hours, he got 75,000. And the premise complained about house rent of 50,000. And his 10-year-old in knowledge. Yeah, because in the night, his father is doing like this, instead of meditating. You know what I mean by it? Is what? He's browsing. You want to see the dirty side of life. So, that is just where we are. Those traditionally, they are superior. But because today, they are not recognized, in a desire to feed the body, they are broken into different sectors. Babalawo is different from those Babalago. You hear me? And the Alago people, direct scientists who knows all this. Babalawo too, they are mystic and very spiritual. But because they are not funded, always they lose ground. That is why the peace within the people is not being achieved on time. Why? Because they cannot stand as a light that will dispense justice, freedom, and liberty. If they were, you find that people will stop doing evil. When you try it and you get immediate, of course, there are many. But they always sideline them among our chiefs, and our chiefs see that they don't go to them. They just take decisions like that. And when such decisions are taken, it affects the people. And that is what is affecting us now. They are not following those traditionally given the right to what? Expedite the advices or the orders of the king and the obas of our land. My blessings. Yeah, who is next? No? Yeah.
Sagudamaji. Sri Sagudamaji. Sri I'm Service Premier Tunji Ubiora Honorable. The committed family of the Father Sagumaji was put to me by the Father of Creation. My dearest Father Sagumaji on the 27th of August 1992 here in Maharaji Village, Jipado. I'm a retired school principal. Father Maharaji, I want to thank Father Maharaji immensely for Nigeria going to polls, and right now the Independent National Election Commission are busy everywhere collecting the results of the election, the presidential and the National Assembly elections. As at Friday, nobody thought it would be so eventful this way. They are recording about 75% credible elections everywhere. There are just very few reported skeletal problems here and there. But the world has watched Nigeria have a very successful election. So I'm so grateful to the Father of Creation for this very spectacular feat by Nigeria as a nation. Now my question is this, Ramaji. How do we make these our politicians? How do we make these our politicians that have been elected into power to realize that in 1946, that's it, oil was found in very high commercial quantity in Oloibiri. And today, Oloibiri is still like a village. From 1946 to today, that town, Oloibiri, is not yet developed. And for the past 20 years, we don't have a functional refinery to refine our oil. Father Maharaji, how do we go about this?
Oh, very easy. That is just what you are saying. Remedies are not conscious. They are looking at their faces instead of being involved in sense. If remedies are conscious, they'll be able to touch the hearts of the people. Because you open TV, you hear Methodist, Catholic, a Christian, the One Love Family, Bible. Are you there? Yes, sir. Bible. The money is going to personal pockets. My wife, my son, my brother, and so on. The light is not able to touch them. For them to realize that, it's no good though, for you to be the 6th or 8th producing country in the world and become the poverty center of the world. People are not just like what happened here. How can you allow the Baba to pass to the back? He can sit down here. Not that he wants to go into obscurity. That is his nature. Already we have fitted everything. If you want to sit here. Why do you want to go to the back? So the same way with Nigeria. Olubiri and what have you, it's okay. But the leadership is not aware because premise are not there. Yeah, because what brought us down is information war. Are you there? Yes, sir. We need to counter it through the same information war. Oh yes, this is the one that starts. Like now they are listening, they are watching. You say, eh? Maharaj is now aware about Olubiri, no refinery. Everybody who has refinery today is being called to action. That's how it works. So it's an information war. One premise are out and talking. And the moment you start, the money to do it will be coming from nowhere. Oh yes, first step is very important. It's the spiritual. First step means the step to the final step. We're taking, definitely the other one will follow. So that is just what is missing. Information. Every information. I was told a pastor came to pray for them between Asamba Mberi and Adama Beri or Maberi. And they gave him 30 million to come and preach. See, they are still worried. They are still fighting. And they are premise in the locality. They are being bought as peanuts, giving them money here and there, against themselves. So definitely something has to be done. Yeah, my blessings.
Please, Father Maharaji, I'm begging the grace to
Yeah.
ask another question.
Always, you don't take the mic until I've answered the person. Yes.
Please, Father Maharaji, the Nigerian currency. The value orientation of the Nigerian currency has been so down. The dollar is very high, the pound sterling very high. But in the 80s, Nigerian dollar was much higher. Much higher. How do you make the currency of Nigeria to boost so that it will be at par or even higher than the orientation of the currencies of other countries of the world?
We have to cut our coat according to our size. We have to control the excesses of everybody. There are certain things we don't have to import. Oh yes. That will mean introducing higher penalties. Like if we say, if we import toxic waste to Nigeria, life imprisonment. Oh yes. Contraband rice, 25 years without open or fine. And you lose half your accounts, your bank account, and so on and so on. Hi, Nigerians, okay, I don't want to go to prison. 25 years, I don't go do it. Oh yes. Have to, just like even here, like the case of today, this one I want to talk about, no, oh yeah, ICPC, go there. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
And when you go there, say, oh yeah, police, you go to police station. No need talking. They say don't carry phone into, you are not entitled to use phone. And I caught you with a phone. Ma'am, in your presence, I will use hammer on it. If Maharaj will come and say yes, only I will remove the seal. And I will have asked you the scene, the number, what time. Because this is the last fight. You don't sit down and say, this one is a brother of Maharaj, a sister of Maharaj, come and derail you. The Creator will never forgive you. It is when the war is over, we know that those soldiers who fought the war are the brothers and sisters. So today, they are not playing the game at all. They are all sectional. My wife, my brother, my uncle, my this, my dad. Billions, trillions. Look at how the Naira has appreciated in the last 2 or 3 weeks. If they go forward like that. And I'm saying it here, Mr. President. You are Commander-in-Chief. Act like a Commander-in-Chief. You should be able to visit the palace of IBB. You get some dollars there for national service. Go to the house of Abdul Salam. You can even come to Maharaji village. Only when you come to Maharaji village, now vegetable you see and not go. Oh yes. Oh, yes. Go there. There are equipments that when you carry, you'll be able to know where the currencies are. Worry, please. Don't let these people destroy themselves in the name of destroying Nigeria. There are. You go around. You just go there. Good morning, good morning. Oh yeah. Help the country. Or the president can call a meeting of the leaders, business leaders. After all, building roads, building civic centers, refineries is a combination of private partnership and the government. Only here, the private partnership are not patriotic, are not very well in history to know a pre-independent and post-independent Africa and what we are. Some of them are still selling their conscience to the Igbos because they believe that the world is a kind of an illusion, cosmic joke. So you can make your money, if you die, you go to heaven. Not knowing, they are not. And that is where this area, those who want to survive and be in the golden age should be. To be in the Asham good, we have taken a bold step, but physically outside is not enough. You need to come out so that at the end of the day, the partnerships will be in such a way. Remember during the time of Prime Minister or Head of State Yakubu Gowon, he instituted the chairmanship of companies should be Nigerian. Okay, that is the beginning. But no sooner than whatever happened, the whole thing has died down. Where even their companies where Nigeria is the chairman. They don't pay taxes. They break the rules. They say, the chairman there is general this, general that. All these things have to stop. Oh yes, they need to stop. If we can cut our expenditure on both excesses and all that, friend, within 1 year, we find Nigerian Naira going to about 10 to $1. Oh, it can be done. You have to check them. People will not agree. You have to check them. I have to. My blessings. Yeah, Papa. Oh yeah, oh yeah. What's your name again?
Olugbemi Morege.
Huh?
Olugbemi Morege.
Okay.
This Ramaraji, in the scriptures or history book, he said, "Our Father who art in heaven," to call the Lord's Prayer. He said, "Give us this day our daily bread." Give us this day our daily bread in the Lord's Prayer. Then, in another verse in the history book, it says, "Seek ye the kingdom of heaven first, and every other thing shall be added." Then there's this other one that says, "What shall it profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses his soul?" Ramaraji, from these three quotations, the men of God, I wonder why they have kept this three important teachings from the past master. They are now talking about prosperity, die, go to heaven. And before the teacher left the class, he said, "Our Father who art in heaven, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth. Give us our daily bread." Then he says, in another verse, he said, "Seek the kingdom of heaven first. After you have attained the kingdom and its righteousness, then X, Y, Z will be added to it." Then in another verse, he says, "What shall it profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses his soul?" Please, Father Maharaji, we beg the grace of Father Maharaji to teach us all.
Well, that is concepts and concepts and concepts and concepts. Yes. Since the teacher who said so is not around, remember even in the books, he said, "Father, why hast thou forsaken me? That if," and I quote what was said there, "I do not go, the Comforter shall not come." And then the same book says, he who sees the Son has seen the Father. Yes. Because he believed in me, the Father will take care. Now, how can somebody say he's rich and poor at the same time? Yes, it's a polemics there. A kind of hypothetical situation. So it means that those who wrote the books, they did so in a hurry. Yeah. They were just quick, let's present something to them. They did not mean it. Because they are not conscious of it. It's not even affecting them. They are not even following them. Or if we look at the policies of these countries, most of the places of worship has returned to what? Beer parlors, bars. Oh yeah. On Sunday you see them going to amusement park, eat, drink and marry. It's only in the Africa that the blockades they have put in the area of governance against our original system of government of the people by the people, and of the people is now not government of the people by the people, but in some hands. Yes, and these hands are the people who are calling themselves the new leaders, who today are propagating the same falsehood that has ruined the whole of Europe, America, China, Asia. So if you follow what we said, it will further depress the person, further subject the person to fear, doubts. So that even if somebody comes to say, "Oh, he is the Savior," they will say, "Oh, well, it's not different from water." But Maharaji comes. Now we are able to know that all these concepts were used to hold us spiritually, perpetually. Because whichever way you look at it, it doesn't fit our social practice. As an Igbo man, Yoruba man, Twi, Fanti, we are social beings. Yeah, our love for one another is so important, even up to today. So all one can do is put them aside. Yeah, because rather than help society, it has broken us into pieces. We are telling this man the truth. He says, look, me, I am following the party. And so I don't care. Which party are you following? A party was there for 16 good years. They were not able to build Ibadan Expressway, Onisha Bridge. Okay? Stop banditry. Stop people from carrying money to Europe. Stop importation of what? Illicit goods. That does not mean that the government that came in after were able to do differently. But we have come to find out that without spiritual victory, spiritual understanding, everything man is doing on this is fake. Yeah. Oh yes, that is why you see at the airport, they have special machines to detect people who are carrying drugs. The same way human beings. How do I know these persons? The same people or different people coming making the same mistakes all the time is because the spiritual food is not there. People are now feeling that if they acquire the whole world, they have made it. That answers that statement. How will it profit a man to gain the whole world? Yes. For the poor man, our Father, which art in heaven, has become a marriage. They still go and take from the poor man. Oh yes. They take from them. Today, none of the governors, not all of the governors are able to pay the 18,000 recommendation, 18 or 30? 30. Even some have not been able to pay 18. And they are entering, working, driving in bulletproof what? 8-cylinder cars. I'm not against you. But already, also, yes. Now say, give us this day our daily bread. The Creator will not come down. He's going to use my father, my mom, if not the school principal or the teacher or the manager in the office or the managing director or the chairman of the company or the local government or the governor or member of House of Rep, member of the House of Assembly or member of the State House of Assembly. Is the food coming down? No. An ex-emir of Kano, an ex-former director or the governor of Central Bank said that 25% of our gross earnings are being spent by the what? The House of Assembly. Where do we go? Yeah, I took him for something else. Why? Because he was the one who was saying that Fulanis are superior to Igbos and Yoruba. No. No. Yoruba was there before Fulani. Whatever Fulani is using now are those traditional powers that they took away from here. Yes, they knew it. That's why some of the powerful Fulanis, they don't eat meat, they don't eat fish. But the idea is wrong, where you say you have to make sure that in any company, from the managing director level to cleaner, they have to be Fulanis. That is not the way we took to make sure that we accepted everybody, move with everybody. And so, when he said so, that 25% of the budget is being spent in the House of Assembly, where was he when he was Central Bank Governor? Why did he keep quiet? Why did he not talk? Why did he be saying that after he has left? Tells you he's spiritually bankrupt. You blame me? No. No, you don't blame him. So it's not left for premise. Individually, collectively, to be able to address issues. Because there are no issues that is based on sentiments, emotions, tribal. It goes beyond all that. It's a course, a step that we have to take if the black race is to survive. And all the black race must do is to carry the Bible and Quran and put it by the side. And let us face ourselves. And that's what I've been recommending. About 40 years ago, that they should introduce Ogbo. They should introduce Ogun. They should introduce Ogbomina, Ibok, Okija. Yeah, when you introduce it, not everybody will now want to come into governance because they know that there will be no room to cheat anymore. Yes, and we need it so that collectively, I on a salary of 100,000 will be able to send my child to school, to college, university. Because if you look at Europe, America, people stood, they came out and make sure that there are new rules and laws and obeyed. And that is why it makes the economy very buoyant materially. Oh yes, man. Imagine in America, everybody is carrying a gun. Can you lie against anybody? No. You be very careful. If you do anything, just say, ah! Hey. The whole idea is that they want equal rights, law and justice, but they don't know how to do it. That's why they say everybody should what? Process it more. And that's very dangerous. Such a society, you can't live there. Imagine, your life will be in your hands like this because you don't know who is coming. You look at you, yeah, this is a white man. You have been doing all this, the thinking, we are, bah! And the other one say, you, this black man, hey, bah! What will happen? So, what is going to happen is what today we are having here, MAHARAJ. Yeah. So that the leaders can understand that if we are to survive, we have to put religious sentiments away. Yeah. So that we can move forward. Yeah, that is the time. Yes, our Father which art in heaven. Yes, heaven is not up there. Our hearts. That's where the Creator lives. Once the knowledge is given, and one is able to communicate, and it has been given. We say, talk to MAHARAJ anywhere you are. Oh, so sweet. That is what is expressed in the scriptures, that all eyes shall see him. He has said it. Finish. Call him anywhere. What again do you want? Oh, my blessings and blessings.
Beg my grace to ask another.
Yes, go ahead.
Please, Brother MAHARAJ, from my little research, I don't know how to make our leaders change their orientation. I find it difficult to believe that somebody who has gone to school and then even say more than a professor still believing in heaven after death. And somebody like I call him for good, the Archbishop in South Africa before he left. It was towards his demise that he started saying there's no difference between the Christian God and the Muslim God.
Archbishop Desmond
Tutu. So I was now saying in me that, is it at the end of the Baba's life that he's coming to realize this. What has he been teaching the younger generations? And now he's close to his grave. He's just realizing this. How is he going to correct the teachings in the past? This Father Maradi, like I said, from my research, how do we make our leaders? How do we educate them? Because it's like, according to King Leopold of Belgium, you read, you don't reason. That is what they gave to us in the missionary schools. You read, you don't reason. So you just accept wink and sinker. Mongo Park discovered River Niger, and people have been living along the coast of River Niger. This Maradi, because of this, we call it mental slavery. We have been what we call chains and shackles have been taken away. That's the physical side. And the mental side, which was the indoctrination. Then the spiritual side, by Maharad's grace, the coming of our Father Maharaji has taken us out of that area for those children of light that has received divine knowledge. How do we educate our leaders to make them understand that the Christianity they are professing, the Mohammedanism they are professing, it's the Arab man's culture that somebody imposing his culture. I know because of the resilience of the Jews did not make them to abandon their culture. In the end, the Roman Empire, through King Constantine, adopted, embraced the Jewish culture. Through the, what they call, Apostle Paul came up with the New Testament. And up to date, the Jews have refused to accept the New Testament. They say we believe in our forefathers, which is the Torah. It's what they use up to today. They do not believe. So from there onward, the Roman Empire helped to propagate the New Testament around the world. So Christianity spread globally, coming to Mohammedanism. The evolution of religion. All these people migrated from here. The cultural practice they learned from it, just like what our Brahman said a few minutes ago, the Fulanis, all what they are practicing, was what they took from here, this part of the world, they're practicing. Their cousins, the Europeans, also copied from them, spread to the North Pole, the globe. So, these people coming back, taking from, just like taking a raw material, going to refine it, now coming to sell it back to the origin, the original owners of the raw materials. It's just a similar way they did to our culture. They took it away, refined it, printed it in books and tablets, brought it back to us, and used it to enslave us again. Gradually, the truth is coming out. So, Father Maharaji, we are begging, how do we make our leaders to understand that the books they are carrying is inferior culture to the black man's culture, which they took away from here, practiced over the years, and brought back. This Father Maharaji, I beg the grace to draw a primary to another very important area. I remember most of the Greek deities, they are all blacks. The Greek deities. The early set of Europeans came to study in Africa because they admitted that civilization started from Africa. Aristotle, Socrates, Pythagoras, Father Maharaji, they gave us these names. the progenitor of education. But they failed to tell us who were the principals of these people, who taught them. They came to Africa to acquire knowledge. Who were their tutors? It was not written in the history books. Please, Father MAHARAJ, how do we make our leaders to go back to our culture, to make them understand it's more superior than the Bible and Quran they are carrying?
Yeah. Very simply, yes, premies should not behave like professional footballers playing football in the kitchen and the parlor of the house. You break all the mirrors, all the plates. A professional footballer must go to what? The field. Must go to the field. That is justice. In the cars, as a premier, there's nothing wrong. MAHARAJ loves you. If they are good fight, let them fight, and they will not fight. At the back of your car, I'm in love with MAHARAJ. Don't be jealous of him. He'll look at you. Jealous one. People want to know why you're saying I'm in love with MAHARAJ. Don't be jealous. Because when you go to a hospital, you don't see everybody. One patient is enough to know that this is a hospital. From what you mentioned about Pythagoras, Socrates, all coming back to Africa, history has to be withdrawn. Even in Sanskrit language, you are not allowed an African to read it. Even some Europeans are not allowed. In Sanskrit, you know, it's our mother tongue. So, whatever is happening now is left for premise now. And people will be saying, how do I get the money? No, your devotion to MAHARAJ. You must realize that MAHARAJ is my life. Even in some parts of the world, when they eat food, they drop some on the floor for their gods. Oh yes, they do. Maybe now we say have an altar. An altar is a photograph of MAHARAJ, you know, like this one here. You put it by the side of the, you put a flower by the side, you talk. So, what is to be done now is for premise. To realize the journey I made. There's no way you tell anybody, say, oh God, don't try it. 19 naira to go to Europe when your father is not a managing director, controller general, governor of the central bank. Can you die it? Nobody. But the grace was there. The same way, premise. Your love for me is a miracle. That is where it is now. Some of us have made mistakes. Mistakes that would have taken our lives. Some are already gone. Now you don't make such mistakes again. You backstage. Don't say, oh, the way they are talking, this and that, how do I? You have to talk, man. You have to go out. Even where they don't have the master. In the place I was living before I traveled, directly opposite my house is the Awake. Awake is a church group. You see them carrying their papers every Sunday. They believe in the Creator. What about you and I? And the way the Papa is here now, if he dressed to the bank, people will look. They'll be turning their nose. And if it's somebody who is right, they carry tracts, please. What is this? Oh, about becoming the richest person on earth. They will not look at you, the shoe you are wearing, the wristwatch, and the cross on your neck, whether it is the former governor there or the present governor of the spiritual world. That is what is needed now, publicity. Like this papa here, when he sang the song, "We Are One Nigeria," what I wanted to do was to send him all over to all the radios in the Federation. There are people who say, "Look, old boy, you have a nice voice. Oh yeah, come and sing this. What? Promote you." There was nowhere to be found. And it's not something you give to another person. No! He made the history, but sentiments crept in. Emotions crept in. He disappeared. You can't be talking behind the bar and saying, if I will look, he will have kicked the ball this way and that way, and he will have scored 7 goals. No, you were not on the field. So now we are on the field. Handbags, nylon bags, only on the nylon bag that can be put anywhere. You don't put the altar there, but you can put the sign of the heart inside the what? The star inside the heart. It's registered all over the world. There is Maharaji Kingdom. We have registered it. Right? Handbags, bios, notebooks, be giving them. Straight, very clear. With Maharaji, you will not die by accidental death, hurricane, earthquake, and you become what? Wealthy within the course of time. Try him. That's it. On the road, like the Agberu, you go and give them t-shirts. With Maharaji, everything is possible. They wear it. People inside them will say, "I got him all get a t-shirt." They want it with the good man, Abi, share you, Abi, are you mean, is Jesus here? They'll be talking because the spirit will what? That love is what is missing. Are you there? Our loving each other has now been replaced with Christian love that killed Jesus the Christ. Islamic love that destroyed all the what? Tombs in the Middle East before the establishment of 1948 Israel. So it's warlike, but it's not warlike. You can get a national minibar, 3-bedroom, 1 meal a day. Man, the whole place, they are the one who are going to build a new ashram. That is what is missing. That love. Once you move, what Papa? Yes, we were in the Olubadan Palace. He's a retired general. He looked Papa Adenusi, Papa Adeye. You can see tears coming from him. He said, "Is that what Maharaji is?" He said, "What is happening to the followers of Maharaji?" You see, if publicity has been trouble, you say he will have received knowledge. All the problem is facing. But there, he said, ask him. He said, all the problem is facing, he will have gone to, because they were told that he should look for a spiritual king. But the negative publicity going on made him not to what? See Maharaj. So publicity is the answer. Happy publicity. My blessings. Yeah, you can't go for the front.
It's 2 hours.
Okay, we are.
Please, Father Maharaji, I was told that the original name for Africa Africa used to be called Alkebula.
Akebula.
Alkebula.
Spell it.
Alkebulan.
Alkebulan.
ALK.
ALK.
Yes, Brother Maharaj. Alkebulan.
Alchemy. Yeah, go ahead.
The Sri Salude Maharaj. Before it was changed to Africa. And the meaning of Alkebulan means mother of mankind.
In what language?
In Arab. Then in Roman, it means Garden of Eden. The Garden of Eden.
Now go ahead.
So when I came across this information, I was now wondering, could it be different from what I was taught as a child, that Adam and Eve were created in the Garden of Eden? Were they referring to the same Eden, or it's a different Eden this time around? If it was the same Eden, that means the first man and woman was created in Africa. It's in Alkebula, which is now Africa. So the Arabs who wrote the Quran and the Romans, Europeans who wrote the Bible changed the whole history. How do we educate our people to inform them that no longer use the name Africa, it has no vibration? Use the name Alkebula, meaning mother of mankind, or Garden of Eden.
Very simple. That is that. When knowledge starts working, when we now tell them about divine knowledge and they receive knowledge, they are the one that will accept. Because once knowledge is given, you become a student of research to the kingdom within you. Because all of us, we are more or less like satellites to Maharaj. So there's no other way other than divine knowledge. It is divine knowledge that will lead one to that point. Yes. And for those who want to have divine knowledge, it starts from their home. That little privacy. They talk to Maharaji silently. Maharaji, guide and protect me. Maharaji, show me the way. I was talking to one lady today. He said, Maharaji, I cannot help coming. What do? He says, it's an actress. He said there are certain things happening that made her, after watching what the website brother put on, said, I need knowledge. How much do I pay? I said, start from your room. Talk to Maharaji. You are going out. Use Maharaji as a kind of road. Yes, power. He said, how? I said, that is what the scripture said. Yes. He said, in that holy name, he that keepeth that law will come. So that is what is needed, divine knowledge, or using the holy name. That is the joy of it. Like this radio now, I don't need to take it to LTV, Ray Power. Right from here, I tune it. It will start talking. Oh. Yes. So all the people have to do now, whether in South Africa, whether in America, Asia, use the holy name Saguru Maharaj. From there, the whole history will come up. Now when you say Al-Kabula, capital A-L-K-E-B-U-L-A-N, am I right? Al-Kabula, the mother of mankind. Was it in Sanskrit? And then say change to Arab. Yes. They say Garden of Eden. This group of people, should I say the aristocrats, they didn't have enough time. Like in your question, you mentioned about the King Leopold of Belgium. Said that when they come to Africa, they should not talk about God. They already know God. But they should do something, say something that will go anti-culture. After that, they say anti. For me, I say anti-culture. And that is what is going on now. Yes. That people don't know that the dress they are wearing is the one that made them become poor. So people don't know that what they said is what made them to lose that child. So people don't know that that person he sat with is the cause of the problem they are facing. And so if you tell somebody that, oh, the original name of Africa is Al-Kabula, it means nothing. But when you give him Maharaji, and he calls Maharaji, and is able to resolve all the issues in his own, oh, Pari, Al-Kabula will appear to him direct one day. Because the same way our fathers, those who have died, they are with us, but they come, we don't see them. Why? Because the body is not pure. Yeah, and you cannot be pure except you are in knowledge. Once you find knowledge, they will come and teach us so many things. So many good things. Oh, yes. Yes, my blessings. Who is next? Okay, Alatunji, let me take the young man first. The ICPC.
Brochure Sagro, my dear. I'm Samuel Prenis, Alatunji Nkemu advisor. I received my father Sagro Maji Divine Knowledge June 26, 2017 in Maji village. Imagine, my question goes like this. Why that somebody will die, everybody will cry that the person is gone. After the person is gone, then the person will go to another place and start working or doing a business, but people are still remembering the person in that the same village.
Oh, very simple. That's what I said. Man is built in the perfect image of the Creator. Man doesn't die. Only when you commit and commit and commit, and you know, the spirit realizes that this body is not allowing the spirit to manifest, to transform the good things that the Creator has given this body. And this body is now controlled by the mind. And what is the mind? The things that they have taught us to read, know, and the things that we ourselves we experience. The mind controls the body. So at the end of the day, you find that the mind is not able to give the body the spiritual power, or should I say tonic, or kerosene or petrol that it needs to move ahead. That's why the soul will live. So that person will now move to another place. Now, whatever constitutes his being is always in the archives. So it's a natural phenomenon. For example, one mama was here, and he said, Maharaji, something that happened to me that took me to the hospital. And so I need knowledge from what he said. I said, what happened? He said he sells at the gate in Ibadan there. And he had some colleagues that he now discovered that his immediate colleague, whenever the Susu comes, he will pay with the money. Whatever happens to the children, he will pay my children's school fees, everything. And we became so close. Until that day, I invited her to the house. He came. He ate, we drank, we danced, we did a lot. She became like a stepmother to my kids. So, this mama is saying after he was discharged from the hospital, months later. So you now tell the friend that, already, you came now, mom, we I need to know where you are living. He said, you want to know? He said, yes. Why not? He said, okay. That very Saturday, they agreed. They went through Awolowo Avenue, Bodija, passed through the WNDC. Then they went up to that T junction. One leads to Ibadan Polytechnic, and this one leads to Malete. Yes. So when they got to the junction, the friend crossed the road. I know right in front there is a cemetery. He to cross. And he was going. All he could remember is that, where are we going? This is a cemetery. He said, Shebi, you want to know where I'm living? That's why he collapsed. She didn't know anything until after 2 months in the hospital. Hey, wow. By the time he came, they said, Madam has left here. He said he has another business. He's somewhere at Oji. Now, because we have eyes, we cannot see. The eye has become religious eye. Now, we cannot sing in tongues anymore. The same way was an experience given by Papa Chimezie, Ichie Chimezie. What happened? He said the family, they had this sister married to this Ghanaian. Okay? Now, they wanted to know, we are married for almost 15 years or so. They want to know, you say, want to know? Oh, yeah. They went, they got ready. It was in Ghana. Now, a few years, about 100 years to the house, he just said, that's our house. He started to say he wants to ease himself. They got to the house. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. From where? He said, I came in with my husband. Yes, I've come from Nigeria to see you. Where is he? He was just easing himself up there. He will come in very soon. So out of this he said, who among them here? He said, that one. He said, which one? This one. Oh yeah, bring it down. They brought it down. He said, this one. He died 20 years ago. So today there's confusion. There are fish working among us as human beings. There are goats, there are rabbits, there are human beings. Even our pastor here, Pastor Akintola, I don't know where he is now. We were here that day when they say his father, a former commissioner of police, is now married with 2 kids in Erua. We mobilized immediately. When we got there, they say he passed away this morning. So he's aware that we are coming. So definitely human beings, we are not what the Igbo man is saying. There's a lot that religion has destroyed completely. We are the nucleus culture in the world. Yes, and so today, we just beg that the Creator in His mercies should forgive them. Because, a lot. Imagine somebody who is a president of a country, but he cannot what? He cannot even talk. He cannot even eat. He cannot even drink. Is that a president? No. Or we say a governor of a state. And a governor is always walking, going into the what? Into the bush. What are you doing, governor? He say, I'm going to the office. His office is the bush's office. No, so that's just the grace is there. Okay. Always you mention.
I received the divine knowledge of my father, Sadhguru Maharaji, November 24, 2021. It has been great and I love it. Father Maharaji, my question is, there is a sansa a premier gave that when Father Maharaji visited the Oba of Benin, and the king asked Father Maharaji, if now that Father Maharaji is around, is Father Maharaji going to destroy the world? And the reply for the Lord was no. So recently in this period of conference, the Father of Creation said that it will be water and air that will do the service at this time. Good Maharaji. And that is my I want Father Maharaji to please enlighten us on that area of water and air doing the service of this time. The Sri Sagudi Maharaji.
Yeah, it is true that the question of us, and I said no, the world cannot be destroyed. Maybe what was missing there was that human beings are the one who find themselves incapacitated by the things of the world. And so before you realize it, this person is gone because of a woman. This one is gone because of a man. This one is gone because of a job. It's happening. Yeah. Every day, every night, if you check out the newspapers, gory stories of horror, terror. Yes, all over the place. When you say destroyed by water, some already are having it. Some countries today, you see flood entering. Oh yeah, they have given it even another name, hurricane, destroying so many things. Some they say wind, tornado coming in. So all we have to do now is to be begging. And the begging is heavy publicity campaign. Heavy publicity campaign cannot happen overnight. I, as a person, must find one immediate way of improving my standard. Yes, my capacity. Because today, we have one of you here, as governor, as a minister, or as a senator. You will find that publicity will take a very proper, highly cost. If the premier, senator, or governor is really awake to the fact that the world exists in so many colors, but our love for one another is one. And when you follow the path of honor, the path of love, oh, you win. So, it is true, yes, that water is already taking care of so many. There are many who went to work, cannot find them today. Their fathers, their mothers are crying, praying. When will they come back? There's a brother, a graduate of geology, geography. After receiving knowledge, the family say, he's a mad person. He's crazy. He's this, it's that. They tied him down, chained him. And he was telling that I'm not mad. Can't you see me talking? I'm in knowledge. I want a job. Leave me. They didn't. One day, one beautiful day, everybody woke up, they find out he's not there anymore. Oh yes. He's somewhere in what? America. Married with children. Yet in another area, is such somebody like that who received knowledge. And then the family said, no way, we are Catholics. Look, you can't be here. They arranged his arrest. Put him in the psychiatric home. Arranging for soldiers to come and carry him. It was out of grace, somebody went there, and the brother got released. What for? Is it because now I'm going to be free from accidental death, all these drug addictions, all these abuses, dishonor, disrespect? Yeah. What we discovered was that the person who organized it, who financed the brother's arrest, they say he was driving his car downtown New York. All they hear was "pa." The motor they came. They couldn't find any bullet from anywhere. He's gone. So that is it. Whoever kills by the sword. But when you say massively, the hour is going to come is when all the elements are ready. The one that represents water, is somewhere in Port Guru now. He told me, say, "Maharaji, the way these people are talking, is it going to happen like before?" I said, "Be careful." He said, because he said, "Maharaji, I cannot be here. And this person, I can see that he has what it takes to do what we want to do, but he's pretending, and he's not moving. Maharaji, this person, I can destroy him." I said, "You don't use knowledge for that." No, it's already out now. The same way the one representing the sun will come up. The one representing, unlike what the mama said the other day, the mama is having mental problem. Because the birth of all these elements is not a kind of marriage, kind of philosophy, a kind of vantage point, or because I'm very close to Maharaji. It's a divine family. The sign is there at everybody's back. Those that belong to it. So whether it's going to be by water or by air, it's not the time we tell anyone, but people will feel it. When nations start attacking nations, when people are being displaced, when the ozone layer finally depletes from the earth. Oh yes, that's the time the Creator will come and say, "Hey, don't rock my boat. Let's go." And we want to avert it. We want to stop it. That's why there's need for publicity. Everyone, my blessings and my salvation. Yeah, Papa.
Bolo Sri Sagurudev Maharaj. Bolo Sri Sagurudev Maharaj. Service Prime Safiri Some Mojuba Obode Gumola. Father Maharaj, divine knowledge came away on 22 December 1989. And since then, life have never been the same again. My Maharaj's special grace, I'm from Edo, Igbomo village in Humode local government of Edo State. By Maharaj's special grace, I'm the divine minister for EFCC and ICC One Love Family. Father Maharaj, observation and question. Premise, like my father rightly said some few minutes ago, the ball is in our courts as premise. Premise cannot wait to be told to shave his head, to barb his head, to shave his beard, to wash his clothes. And it's happening right now. It's very unfortunate that the Premier who's is the hope of tomorrow, they are the one who don't care at this very hour. And we are supposed to care. The village, for example, we are children of light. We reside here. We eat here, we drink here every day. How many of us are concerned? The generator is working hours. How many of you have the feeling that this generator is using diesel and it needs oil? It works almost more than half of the hours of the day. And we are having just one. We are begging MAHARAJ grace. My heart beats each time I pass this by. MAHARAJ, please take care. Because a Premier is supposed to be concerned in every situation. Yes. And never to doubt or fear. And not to limit him or herself to any situation or condition. Because any moment in this life, MAHARAJ will come to make a river in the desert for us. So when I look at ourselves, ministers, sometimes we go to some premise home, no altar. They hang one old, not even the latest almanac in one corner. And the music you hear there is not one love family music. Some mothers in their home, they wear trousers. Only when they are coming to the mission, they pretend. Some even wear blue. They use blue things in their home. So Father MAHARAJ say charity begins from home. MAHARAJ village is where we are supposed to start showing the world that we are ready. So Father MAHARAJ, how do we get started? Because the hour is drawing closer. It's 5 days to go, or 6. Divine government. The question is, we Premier, are we ready? Premier need to answer this question. Because the phone in our hands is to talk to our fellow brothers and sisters in the other communities. Situation report is what is needed from Premier every day. What is happening in Asaba, Onitsha, Port Guru, Calabar? That is our job, our primary job. But are we doing it? This has been my cry every time. I feel so hot when I see everything that is going on. Because we are the one to show them that, yes, we are the special children of MAHARAJ, the untouchable. We are the only one whose life is guaranteed to go to places without fear of evil. We go and come back. We are not showing any appreciation for that. Instead, we are indulging things that are not relevant in the practice of divine knowledge. Go to meditate, you see people dodging. Ati, premise are dodging. The moment they say Ati is suspended for tomorrow, Sansan continue. Within 5 minutes, 10 minutes, the whole Sansan hall will be empty. Everybody will go and hide. Nobody will come to listen to Sansan. Nobody is ready to come and give Sansan. And it's there, in 3 keys, all doors become possible. All roads become possible. Sansan service and meditation. Are we involved? Are we conscious? Are we committed? So Father MAHARAJ, these are happening at this hour. And MAHARAJ had given us divine government. 5 days to go. Please MAHARAJ, how do we get started? It is MAHARAJ's grace that will carry us there, we know. Olosri Sagu de MAHARAJ.
Whatever you have said here, what Yeah, knowing. When you talk about altars, I know of one aspirant in New York. He's already using tattoo on her body. And even though he lost her case, he did not doubt Maharaj. He told me, he said, Maharaj, some people are telling me, see, you have lost your case in the court. What are you not going to raise the tattoo? He said, no. So that you guys, you my friend, will see it. He captured the altar from the internet. Say, I have altar all over my place. What I discovered there is that since this name was introduced to me, I have peace of mind. Yes, Maharaj, I'm coming, along with my friends. Now, so then you ask a premier here, 10 years in knowledge. He's using the altar of 20 years ago, or 15 years ago. He buys pants every year. He buys skirts every year. So, whom do you blame? They say many are called, few are chosen. Don't forget about Sobase. How's his daughter called Blessing? After knowledge, she went home. The following week, and then he just woke up because some people were talking in his bedroom where he had the decorations there. All these ceramic thing they use in designing dogs and all that. They were talking. Say, oh yeah, well, let us go. It's in knowledge now. We can't stay here. These are decoration materials. They were talking. Chai. Look, we can't do her anything. Look. They all left. Now, a premier without an altar cannot be said to be a premier. Some premier's altar, they are in the rooms because he's not able to face the wife who is a blue woman. Yeah. And that means he's very weak. Very, very weak. Look, I have a premier. Very good man. He said, Maharaji, I started fasting. Maharaji came and said, it's no fasting. Your problem is not fasting. Your problem is the kind of music you are listening to. He said, how about tea in my phone? I have the One Love family. He said, no. After you had listened to the news, what about those songs that you play on the radio? All these songs by Peter Tosh, Bob Marley, Michael Jackson, selected ones, he had them. And that's why he stopped. He had even songs by Janice Ian. The moment he stopped, the second week, they called him for contract. So, each time he's walking around, he has his phone connected to his ear. Except there's a call. He's listening to One Love family songs or artists constantly. He said, Maharaji, I've built 3 houses now. Each worth almost 40 million. Why? Because I was able to see that. Each time I was playing the outside music, I was just digging a kind of what? Wahala for me. So we leave premise. Those who will be, will be. Only I've discovered that You cannot just go to the farm you left 5 years ago and say you go and carry cassava yam. So people will enter there because the food itself, the crops themselves, always they know the age, the time that they need to be what? Removed from the ground. They will be agitated. Now, trousers. All these mistakes, if there are, inequalities or a kind of misdemeanors, can be called Amojo Riolari, a child that has not seen wealth before. Like when you give a diamond to a monkey, he'll bite it because it's not banana. He'll throw it away. So we leave them to really realize that they are not compromising, not completely following the teachings of Maharaj. He's turning things upside down for them. Yes. Otherwise, for me, as a being, as a power, as a grace of Maharaji living as a human being. Now that Maharaji has shown me that, we sang a song. You say, your love is my energy. Your grace is what? My fortune. What again? So whoever is the premier that is breaking the rules, at the end of the day, he or she will have him or herself to blame. This I know very well. That the changes that are coming, there are some of us that will be displaced, will be removed, others will come in. Why? Because nobody will want to keep a staff in a company of bread baking. A company for bread baking. Yes. You don't keep a blind man as a production manager. What is he going to see there? What is he going to advise? So the same way soldier go, soldier come, Maharaj's barracks remains. So it's a pity. I know of one premier, they caught her up wearing trousers. When I say Maharaj, it will not happen again. I said, do you know the damage you have done all these years? He said, Maharaj, I don't know. I said, okay, the grace will take it. So I believe that whoever is involved, if he wants to listen, should listen. But it's good for his life. You can't get this life anywhere. You can't buy it in the market. You can't. Where? So, the grace is there, my blessings.
Father Maharaj, I have another question to ask. The election took place on Saturday through Sunday because of there was delay in some areas, and the results started coming in after some hours. Up to this moment, they are still collecting. In some area there were surprises, like in Lagos. They say the strongman of Lagos, the Labour Party, and the supporters started rioting before the governor now came out to address some of them to withdraw.
Address the state.
Yes, right. So that all those fomenting trouble to withdraw. That election is not about fighting. It's a contest of win or lose. Everybody will have a share. So the surprise has come. The result of Lagos shows that saying that whatever one sows, he reaps, is a reflection of what happened during the SARS, when some young men were shot by soldiers, and the elder statesmen who are supposed to do something positive, at least to address the sufferings of those who lost their friends, family members, they did it. And the people of Lagos hold on to that one day, they too they will pay back. And that is what just happened 2 days ago. And the governor now is seeing the handwriting on the wall that his own case is coming to, because he was supposed to have acted if the presidential candidate did not act, or the federal government didn't act, because it was in the state that it happens. So, Father MAHARAJ, we are moving down, counting down the divine government, 75-day MAHARAJ declared for us. And what is going to happen if, after all said and done, the result of this presidential result, no clear winner, or they could not find a resolved solution to whatever they are looking for? What will happen, MAHARAJ? Will Sri Sagude MAHARAJ?
Blessings to everyone. I do not subscribe to the idea that the leaders did not talk. Maybe they did go very late. What I know is that they need to be given more and more compensation. Yes, if they had done so, I believe that the elections in the state would not have taken a different turn. They still have to do more. It's not too late. So there are some whose cases are still pending. They're still pending. So they have to do more. I still don't believe that the votes casted did not favor the party of the incumbent governor. So if it is properly checked, you find that someone is not the organizer of what happened in Mekiloju toll gate. But because as a governor he did not come out in time. Yeah. And so, like people complaining, they don't have access to the State House. That will be it. So now with what you said about all the other governorship and presidential elections, and what will be the aftermath. Oh, we are waiting. We are waiting. We are begging. Yes, at least the grace of MAHARAJ is there. We are waiting. We are waiting. We are waiting. All we have to do is for premise to go in more and more, not to relate to MAHARAJ of Nigeria on the whims and caprices, the actions, behaviors of some of the leaders who have shown beyond reasonable doubt that they are incompetent. Oh yes, if you check up all those who are struggling to be president, most of them have not had the experience of even serving as a chairman or governor, not to talk about ministerial jobs. So, whatever it is, I know that with MAHARAJ, things will change for good. Yeah, we have told you, we have told them, we are letting them know once again that nobody must take laws into their hands. Nobody, no matter how highly placed, is to go into confrontation because they lost elections. No. Elections will come and go. What about the human beings? Human beings must not go anywhere. Child of MAHARAJ must stay with MAHARAJ. So my blessings and blessings.
Sidibe Maharaji. Bole Shri Sadguru Maharaji. Bole Shri Sadguru Maharaji. My name is Service Premi Sidibe Iwat. I received divine knowledge of Sadguru Maharaji on the 23rd day of April 1998 in Maharaji village. By my grace, I'm a research fellow. Father Maharaji, thanks Maharaji so much. Today marks the 20 years I left my home to come to be upgraded by the Sadguru Maharaji, come to stay with Maharaji, to be taught and told on what to do about life. And for Maharaji, I also want to thank Maharaji again for giving me the grace to stay with Maharaji, to be groomed by the Sadguru Maharaji. It's really an experience. For Maharaji, my question is, Divine Minister for Abuja shared an experience that him and his friend went to one place down there at Abuja. And after whatever, this man called told him that he wants to give him wife to marry, that will make him rich. And the man did something in the rock there in Abuja, and 5 women, young girls, came out from the rock, which he saw with they just walked out from the rock, which he watched, which he himself saw.
Virtually or physically,
Father Maharaji, he saw it physically. These 5 beautiful women came out from the rock, and the Baba told him that he should, if he wants to be, he should choose one of them to marry. They will make him rich. Now, Father Maharaji, my first question is, these women, who are they?
They are human beings like you and I, who have resolved not to be in the physical world because of the bad situation, the infidelity, the hatred, racism, tribalism, religious fanaticism that seem to have made the world look like, another hell exists. They are human beings, Maharaji's children. Yes, exist.
Thanks, Maharaji. My second question is, if with the advent of knowledge, today we've come to know that we on the earth planet, that we are the crown. Maharaji, my question is, why do we have to go to them for material wealth instead of, why do we have to go to them? Are we not downgrading our pride?
No, I remember in one interview given by late Victor Wifo, he said he had decided something pushed him to go to the seashore to pray and beg. Then all of a sudden, a woman came from the sea and started teaching him, these are the songs we play, blah, 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 blah. And then he came out with a song, you see, Mami Water, never, never run away. Now, he made it. So, the same way with his wife, let me even went further. When Premier Seriki's wife told him bluntly that, look, when the father of my children comes, you will know better. Father of your children, the children that are educated to the university level, he said, I've told you. Lo and behold, a man too came and said, when are you going to release my wife? He said, your wife? He said, yes. That woman in the house is mine. Before then, The wife of a controller of customs, very known to all these people in the political groups, came to tell him that, when are you releasing my wife? That was then he told me, I said, my friend, let's be watching. Now, the wife of the controller will come to Seriki, Papa Seriki, tell him, tell your wife to leave my husband alone. If truly is his junior sister, why is it that you come 11 o'clock, they will go out and they come back around 4 to 5 a.m. in the morning? That's to tell you that Prime Seriki was weak. Otherwise, you cannot say you are following Maharaji and you are always compromising. No, there has to be an agreement. We are human beings. The law is there. You know that you are knowledge. You can't be giving in. Everybody must prove himself. We must agree. Everybody's right must be respected. Hey, until that day, they were not packed. Halfway. He didn't come up until when they were having a meeting, in order to make him know that they mean what they mean. Because at the general meeting, they made him secretary of the town planning of their town, or town plan development group office. So now, when we started having this feeling, I will just tell you, be calm. You are glad. You should be glad that they did not shoot you dead. They did not poison you dead. The mama said it. The other man has confirmed it, that these children, they are not yours. And you did not complain or report that you are impotent. We are not going to go in there, but let's leave it. Now, 2 months later, the custom declared a seminar, which he attended. During the break time, he sat on the table to relax. A lady came in. Hello, how are you? Fine? They started talking. Now, it got to a point, that's what Seriki told me. We are arranging for us to meet before his sudden demise. What did he say? He said, when he told the lady very bluntly, look, I came here for a seminar. I didn't come here for girlfriend, this and that. He stood up in annoyance. He was going through the eastern door. He saw the mama standing there, as well as sitting down on the table here. He left there, turned to the western door. Here he is, 1, 2, 3. If I was him, I'm going to kneel down before him. Oh yeah, give me what I want. It's Maharaji that has manifested. So eventually he came down to sit down. And the woman said, yes. Tell me who you are. He said, I am from China. We came to assist the Sadhguru. To assist her, you know, so we say, yes. Okay, how do we meet? The mama gave him a lady's photograph. Okay, 3 of them. Beautiful lady. And then they left. What is the next thing to do? Is to completely either leave that house there. He didn't do it. But what we later discovered is that he felt like, having spent a whole lot of money on these people, they are now saying that I am not recognized. No, in divinity is not allowed. You cannot say because in the accident, you have lost 5 fellows, 5 members of family, so you too have to go with them. No, it's a sign of weakness. Oh, cannot be. We were planning. Maharaji did not stop. through a former president, a company was established for them to take care. The whole idea is for the Papa to have access to Maharaji, to take care of the kingdom. Everything has been arranged, everything okay. The meeting to go now to start functioning, we discussed it here. Maharaji, I'm going now. My first call is back here. I said, look, don't forget, we said, Maharaji, we have done all the underground services. It's for us to start. The office is there. She got to Abuja. Then he was told that this partner, who's in charge, the chairman, is still in Europe when he arrives. Now, before he went for the meeting, in the ashram, or we call it temporary ashram then, it was time for Ati. And we asked the ashram premier, who was living in that Ewezo. He said, no, anybody can carry ashram. Ati like, no, nobody can carry, except it's a private home. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
The family can carry, but in that place that was being used as a temporary place. So, anyway, they sang Ati. The ashram premier did not carry it. But the ashram premier went to the kitchen to cook. If I was the one, I would not eat the food. Somebody who says or refuses to carry artillery and wants to cook, I will not eat. That's what Maharaji taught me. Baba ate out of it. So, the next morning when they got to the office, they say his chairman is not here yet. By the time he came back, that food he ate made him now to go to their town. When he got to the town, the mama's junior sister, first daughter, is the one they sent to come and serve him. He went to buy fruits. The moment he touched it, that's how he collapsed. So you see all the plants in the Subi March. So you can see that the forces, they are there. The number of human beings living on this planet that we don't see, they are more than the population of we. Yes, because we are mortgaged by a new world. A new world by the Europeans, subjugating others to become second class. That's why there are wars. So those you don't see are those who are coming in to assist the humble ones, the punished ones. Are you there?
Yes,
they are there. Oh yes. They live in trees, they live in rocks, even in the environment, they are here. Oh yes, to make sure that everything works according to plan.
The next question is, as we are the crown of creation, we've seen Maharaji, why are they not coming to us for help? And what kind of help would they come to us to seek?
Say that again.
I said, as we are the crown of creation, we are blessed. We've seen the song. Why are they not coming to us for help? And what would be the kind of help they will come to us for?
What do you mean by crown of creation? Pepper is a crown of creation. Tomato, onion, everybody. We are all part of it, doing our service to Maharaji and enjoying Maharaji. They are peace with themselves wherever they are. They are peace. Okay, what is it? Only the present day man, which we say, studio kind of human beings. They have been indoctrinated to a point of not realizing that when you say, if there is life, there is hope, it ends there. It dies there. And so they are using force, like in Nigeria today. Whatever is going on is by force. Otherwise, if we want to be in Nigeria, and for Nigeria to work, we must work like a team, not like master and servant. what will make it impossible for the securing of peace in the country is state police. Why are they not allowing it? Because they are still yet to understand that Nigerian project is beyond anybody's authority. Gradually we get there. There are so many structural changes needed that people are asking for, agitating for. So long as it is not done, the agitation will be more. Then we continue to live in labor under the what? The whims and caprices of the Oyinbos. Because we have not really understood that, look, if there's something that has to be done now. It doesn't matter the price. So that those that are coming after us, whom we are going to reincarnate in or serve, will be able to live a happy life. Go to Europe, go to America, China, and Russia. Somebody told me the other day, and I believed him. He said China during the Olympics of 2008, right?
Yes, Maharaj.
They were asking their manager or the director or controller, how did you come with this? Where did you find this lady that sang such a beautiful song? They said they have to go into the river to bring out a mermaid. And we are aware of this in Africa. But today, Bible and Quran has taught, because Bible and Quran was not just introduced, but with force and money, monetary benefits. So the people are falsely believing that they are living their life, not knowing that their lives are being conditioned and manipulated. Because why, if you are living a decent life, there should not be accidental death. Even if there is, we will know what killed him. But when we know it, we don't prevent it. Why? Because the spiritually blessed ones are no longer what they used to be. So that is the reason why today, when you say crown of creation, we are all crown of creation. They feel like being there. But the crown of creation will fully be established when Maharaji comes. We receive knowledge and we go into ventures. Not sit down and say, oh, can I make it? Oh, will I make it? Is it going to be? No. Once you have the light, you go ahead. At the end of the day, only don't be very restricted. Don't be somebody who is always going to be acting against the whims, against authority. No. You seek legal means, constitutional means. And the best is to meditate. Once we meditate regularly, you will achieve whatever we are looking for.
Another question is, during 90s, the world-best surveyor named Engineer Zimmerman, who surveyed Alscombe in my hometown, he was a mermaid, a German mermaid. He lived.
Mermaid is mermaid. It's no difference.
Yes, Maharaji. He lives 2 weeks on land and 2 weeks in the water. I've seen him. I know him in person. My cousin was his driver. We dived into, after the 2 weeks, we just dive into the water, and the same time, after 2 weeks, he will come out and will enter his car and resume his work with a pedestal erection company. And for my question is it a karma that he or they has to live 2 weeks in the water and can only live 2 weeks on Earth planet?
No, there's no karma. He is a realized soul. He is realized soul over the years. He has practiced knowledge to see that yes, it is possible. Because living on this set, man, even in the so-called materially advanced country, one is not safe. Africa is safer than UK, safer than Europe, India, because here you don't see hurricanes, you don't see thunderstorm, earthquake here and there. If it's happening, it must have been caused by one of the leaders trying to what? Force issues on them. So it's nothing but self-realization. When we on this part now realize who and what Maharaji is, that area will be a very natural phenomenon. Oh yes. You see people going to London and coming back. And that's why the Europeans cannot argue about Maharaji. Yes, they cannot because they know who and what Maharaji is. Yes, Maharaji is their father. Only that this time around Maharaji is here. I don't know why our people are still not coming up, but it's left for the creams to go in. You don't need any magic. Just do sasana service meditation regularly around Maharaji. Well, again, you get where you want. The money will come. One person here, she will be like Maharaji, additional billions. It can be a man or woman. That area is not a kind of gender equality. In divine kingdom, women and men, they are the same.
Bless you so much. Maharaji, lastly, what will be the benefit to Nigeria economy if we have 5,000 naira notes and or 10,000 naira note? To what benefit? Why will it benefit our economy if we have such denomination in our currency?
It depends on the people, how patriotic they are, how better are they versed in history. Because if you don't know what happened to you in the past, the present will still be a dream. The Africans should know that they lost a lot. Yes, if you listen to Stevie Wonder, you say they kill our leaders, they destroy them, they send them into the ghettos. Yes, the ordinary black man today does not know that. He believes that Jesus is the thing. You know, when I go to Mecca and come back home. That one is a story, it's still an imagination. You need to go into our history to know how we are, have been, will always be the best scientists in the world. Yeah. Once they know this, you find that they'll be able to curtail themselves. They'll be able to know what and what to be done at this hour, this time, what to eat, and then flush out what they don't need. Yes. I want to say it's not the money that makes the currency. It's the vibration in man. Yeah, because we created it. We made the car so that journey will be comfortable. We made the TV so we can see all over. The same way, we cannot just be what we call a consumers until we leave that consumer level of a nation that lives in just digging hole to fill another hole. Yes, we will be able to understand the need to change the currency or introduce. Remember, when we started as small kids, we were using golden coins in Ghana. Oh yes, golden. One kobo was gold. Gold, not mixed one. Why? Because at that time, they had a leader that epitomizes the African dream. Here, presently, it's a mixture. Yes. Africa is based on Africa that is artificial, and Africa that is just like the camel of the Europeans to ride on. And as long as it continues like that, like the brother said, is it going to end by water or by air? Maharaji has said, I cannot give a definite answer. It will be determined by the attitude of the people at that time, whether they air or water. But with knowledge now, it can be avoided. It can be, so the purchasing power is okay, but not very present at the present time now. At the present time, the president needs to introduce hard economic measures that will palliatively tend to the common man, because those are the tools of the nation. You know, a situation, they should not be casual workers anymore. When they introduce 18,000 or 30,000, there must be a law that every company must follow. There must be a law, not leave it. I don't know, what kind of situation is this? Your son is going to this place and you are giving a car to go there and say when you get there, don't eat what they cook there. And you didn't give him food to eat. When he's hungry, he will eat what is there. So the government must enforce it. The boundaries that are closed in order to encourage local industries. The Europeans, they did that. The Europeans, they did that. In Europe, they enforced some laws to protect the status quo. Why are we having rice industries collapsing? Yeah, you must do that. Cotton growing companies, you must enforce it. How can somebody steal money? He's a kidnapper, and it has been proved, he admitted, and they are still looking at him, giving him a lawyer. People must look. There was a case in Odisha where a lady was accused of giving a house girl shit to eat. It was we who caught her, a devotee of MAHARAJ. Now the matter went to court. All the lawyers that came to defend the mama, they pursued them. How do you go and adjudicate or represent a human being who gave somebody shit to eat? How do you go and defend somebody who everybody knows that he is involved in kidnapping? You don't do that. Is it because of the money or what? In Japan, you steal money, you slit your stomach open. They say in China, they dump you into somewhere. But here, they say, oh, it's my brother. And he's the only brother we have. And he's the only Igbo man we have. He's the only Yoruba man we have. He's the only other man. Why did we jail the integrity group leader, Leman? Yes. Why are we leaving the rest? So we need to just wake up. And that is why you see there are so many voters from the younger ones, but they are misled by information war. Otherwise, man, you have to vote for somebody. As a chairman, where did he use the money for? Where did he use the money? We check his budget, we call for it, we check, and we go to the community to know. He's a governor. What did he do? The budget he made, was he implemented 10%, 20%, 30%, or 60 or 70%? Yeah, during the course of the banditry or IPOB or Duduantin or here or there, what did he say? Did he make a statement? And the statement, was it a straight one? These are things that the children need to understand. And it is not true orientation. It must be what? The presence of spiritual, cultural, traditional practices. Go to 1976, there was something we call Festa. If you see the massive assembly of our culture, you know that, yes, the black man can overtake any nation on this earth. But what happened next? Everything. So the question now is, who is a black man? You have to define that. A black man will never carry religion because he knows that it's not being substantiated. The black man believes that if I add this leaf to this leaf, I'm going to get a response. The black man believes that yes, he can define to produce a goat, produce a cow. Because we have hunters who go to the bush and they have something they take along in case there's a confrontation. They change into that same animal. Is there? I'll give you one example of Papa Adenusi. He said they had this brother visiting from America University, graduate professor of economics, coming in to do some kind of studies in order to establish a business. He was here. During the course of meeting the senior brothers in Ijabu, a lady, about 20-year-old, came in, headache. The Baba called her, and he gave her a little concoction. He took it, and he slept, and he was well. But this professor and his friend, they were not happy. They were insisting that, look, they have to take this child to the hospital. Forgetting that hospital works where you have been denied of your spiritual base. So your body becomes empty. So one becomes like a log of wood. So your body is immaterial to you because now you are not allowing the ghost to stay inside you. So anybody can make any kind of assessment of who you are, because one is a log of wood. Oh yes, there's no spirit inside. When you have the spirit, you follow the spirit, you not break the laws. Because when you break the law, that is where you get spiritual attack. Yeah, so in this case, they were not happy. Now all of a sudden, the Mapa's wife came and said, Baba, there's not enough meat to entertain your visitors. Okay. He told them, please, give me a minute, I'll see you. He left. He went to the back. He called them again. When they called, they saw him, he changed to a leopard. Phew, he went to the bush. Under 30 minutes, he came with an antelope, big one, when they cooked. So when he entered, the man from the United States went to see very closer to the door. Just in case anything happens, he will what? So the Baba was telling me, where are you going to pass? I can pursue you in the air, on land. He said, how, Daddy? He said, what, Daddy? You have left home almost 40 years. You were a kid. You only went to school, college, graduated, and you left. You didn't go into research about who we are, what we are. So that is what we are saying now. So we have a lot. And it doesn't take much time to go through it. All we need is just the beginning. Because don't forget, Professor Oyibo, when he came visiting, he went as far as University of Ibadan said. And that is why they deny him what we call Nobel Peace Prize, which is project. He said the secret to all inventions is SGMJD. Our people did not get it. They did not understand him. Sadhguru Maharaj is what they are saying. So today, the grace is here, the love is here. All we need to do is to accept each other. And to accept each other, we face Maharaj to give us the power to be able to take care of our overall interest. Read the last, okay, the time now. Okay, give me the translate here.
I'm service promise. Alatunji became my brother. I received my father's divine knowledge on June 26, 2017 in Maji village. Maji, please, my question goes like this.
Don't ask a question. You were begging for your knowledge pack yesterday. Have you got it?
Yes, Maji.
Let the world know that you have got your knowledge pack.
Tell Maharaj. Maharaj, my question goes like this. Maharaj, as a premier, like a premier is a musician. Maybe the premier is a singing worldly song outside, Afro hip hop. Maybe can it be possible?
Oh,
to the premier sing?
Why not? Why not? When you say hip hop, whatever it is, whether it's the other music, it's the content, the motive, the meaning. Like as a premier, before even receiving knowledge, I have songs that I always play. One of which is by Rock Stewart. I am sailing through stormy waters to be near you and be free. Now, don't go Western. Yes, go rocky. You know, all these ideas, songs that, look, maybe meant to weaken one's spiritual being. You know, love. There are so many love there. We have the Bee Gees, the symbols of wisdom, like Jimmy Cliff, okay? Also, you know, even Kuti, Anikulapo Kuti. They are all mentors. They are all people who should be remembered because they were not going, if I cannot see you, I cannot sleep. Hey, mama, yeah, you know, go sleep, go die there. Hey, you don't see, you know, go sleep. You know, whether you were born with her or with him. So you can sing any song. We have come to discover that all this hip hop are coming up because of the decayed society, where people are being deprived of their rights, people are being deprived of their person, people are being deprived of their conscience, of a place to stay. So that's why people are coming out with all these kind of vituperations in music. So definitely you can sing a song, only you have to sing a song that when people listen, it will help to grow them up. It will try to strengthen their faith in the system, that hope will be actually there, that look, they cannot lose, they cannot fail. Yes, very, very important.
Happy, 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 happy. Happy, 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 happy. Happy, 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 happy. Let's put our hands together as part of all creation. By MAHARAJ's grace, we've come to the end of today's interactive session with the greatest teacher of all times, our Father Sadhguru Maharaji. Maharaj has made it possible for us to ask various questions, and Father Maharaj has been able to shed more light on our questions. And this question has helped, the answers rather, has helped more than our expectations for us to grow in love and harmony and in knowledge. And Father Maharaj has made it so much that we beg Father Maharaj that this interception continues every day, so that one-on-one with the teacher in the class brings more grace and more blessings. Father Maharaj, the children of light at this hour is begging for more grace. Bole Shri Sagure Maharaji, Bole Shri Sagure Maharaji.
We are grateful, very highly honored to be given this opportunity to give the closing remarks. I just want us all to accept that we are all human beings, and mistakes might come up. But when the heart is there, all we're able to overcome it. We're Nigerian, an African, and Nigeria is said to be the largest concentration of black beings on earth. The elections are going on. Why should there be killings here and there, stealing of voters' cards or boxes containing results? It's no good. I've told you, it's never too late. Never too late. Yes, take a step. Look, nobody of this side can assume the presidency of this country with a dual mind, in the name of religion, in the name of tribe. Nobody. He cannot succeed. We need a president who loves us as human beings. The gold, the diamond was not given. The crude oil was not given to Christians or Muslims. It was given to Nigerians, purely. Go and check up. Anybody will tell you, oh, we have discovered petrol here. If you find out, it could be that they are pumping the oil right from underground, secretly. Oil, mineral resources are always given to those who are pure in mind, who are dedicated. You see, oil in Ijola. Ijola, they are very near the equator than all the Muslim countries in the world, all the Christian countries in the world. The Yoruba man, they are purer than all the what? Habitants living on this earth, including the Igbo man. Yeah, if it's not because of indoctrination with the Bible and Quran, who are you to enter Nigeria, enter our land, and be saying we should not move, we should not talk? Your times are numbered. Leave us alone. Oh yes, if you want to fight, you see fight in your home. We want to test you, test it, we are telling you now. We are not against. If you want to eat, come and eat. and drink. Don't say you are superior to a black man. You, who are you? I'm giving you warning now. Today, the earth will talk to you. The land will talk to you. The sun will talk to you. The air will talk to you. All the enemies, I command them to move you away. Yes, I'm the one talking here. 42 years here. See where you left me. As if I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. You are eating and drinking out of the grace of the blessings of Maharaji, not what? Any religious indoctrination. Those are paper tigers. There's nothing there. Otherwise, we will not be seeing what we see here. Check up in the indices of war that broke so many countries in the world. It's not up to 1% of what is going on in Nigeria. Whom do you think is doing it to make sure that you are together? I'm the one holding everybody. I'm the one. Otherwise, not you. So be careful now. Be careful now. We need a divine government. A government for the people with a human face. We don't need any government that will tell us to go to send our children to the places they tell you that our Father in heaven. No, we don't need our children to go to school where they say you can sin and repent. Or let us pray. Say what you sow, you reap. We want a situation where the Igbo culture, Yoruba culture, Hausa culture will be what? Not taught. We should allow a body free to go their own way. Oh yes. Somebody some weeks back said, the Creator has told him as a pastor that he's going to be the one to win. He's going to be in a presidential election to be. He didn't get nothing. Are you happy the way Michael Jackson died? Are you happy the way Papa Balara Bebuse died? Aminu Kano? Are you happy the way Jim Brown died? Are you happy the way Stephen Keshi was starved to death? How could this Nigeria, black country, be having a white man as the coach of the Super Eagles? The vibration is low. We have known it now. Yes, we can't allow it to go on. I'm not being a racy or a segregationist. No. Let's call a spade a spade. Before Micheli died, Queen Elizabeth, you saw what happened. What he was telling the grandson, that look, because you married a black girl, your children will not have a place here. Very clear, very sacrosanct. Oh yes. But today, by the presence of Maharaji, if you work well, you end well. But we need to believe that if truly the stone that was rejected is now the cornerstone of the world, then why do we have European coaches in our football? It will never work. They will never make it. That is the law. The 21st century, the black renaissance must come up. We must test this power. We have been pushed to the background. Now today we have the Father of creation. We will make it. So because I'm saying this, wherever you are in the Nollywood, you need knowledge. Don't use the name of Jesus again. Don't use the name Allah, Kuban, our Father, which I know. Use Maharaj to save your soul. If you are in the sciences, you are in the colleges, in the universities, in the business, use the holy name Maharaji to be sure of tomorrow. Whatever they said, look, don't you see, we have advanced in the economy, in the area of science and technology, and then they say he died for us. Nobody can die for you. Nobody will die for you. Nobody died. If he died, we will have made it with the number of churches go. I was the first person to establish this higher spiritual center on the Ibadan, Lagos, to go and see it. More than 200 churches. Some have established universities. They don't allow their adherents to go there. The money is going to Saudi, is going to Europe, America. No. If you are one of those stealing our money, then be ready, I'm going to catch up on you. Yes, I'm saying this now. If you're a travelist, I'm going to hold you. You say in your office, your son is the MD, your daughter is deputy MD, the registrar is your in-law, the accountant is your grandson, I'm going to catch on you any moment from now. Yes. Yes, I'm telling you, look at me very well. Maybe you want trouble, you see fire. You want peace on earth, you want love here. Show that love so that this world will be a better place for all of us. So don't forget the holy name too that never fails is MAHARAJ. Yeah, MAHARAJ. Anywhere you are going out, MAHARAJ take control. Don't say, oh, I've got enough money, I've got this, I've got that, so I don't need, you need knowledge, so that you will not just die and leave all the things you are washing down. No, we are not to die. We are the perfect image of the Creator. Was the perfect image of the Creator die? No. Except you commit sin. And what is the sin? When the light comes and you turn your eyes away, darkness will what? Swallow you up. Don't be swallowed up. The light is here. Yes. So the grace is there. I'll see you tomorrow, maybe very early. So be there. Now for you to communicate, I'm ready to hear from you. These are the phone numbers I want you to be using. In addition to the phones that I have given you before. Please don't miss it at all. Are you there? Yes. These are the following phones. 0903-090-1007. Yes. 080-3400-7045. 080, yes, 371-92667. 080-2827-0907. Please try. Be a friend, be a lover. Let me remind you about what the lady said. She came for appointment. I said she would come. Yes. Another day, and he promised to go and come back. But it's like he took some of the tracks of MAHARAJ. And the fact that people have given experiences about MAHARAJ. He decided to talk to MAHARAJ. MAHARAJ, there's nothing at home, please help. He went to the office. 4 hours later, a man came and said, Mama, I want to see you. I'm here to thank you for what you have done. You did for me about 2 years ago. Say, this is an envelope for you. So see you. Say, just a minute, I want to take my bag, lock my office in order to escort you down. She came back, found that there's nobody again. Now when he opened the envelope, it was 75,000. This one is different from practical realization. There's one pastor from Delta. Yes, he said I taught him how to make an aircraft. He's on the project now. I've asked him to play the role of a Nicodemus, because there are some people there, they don't understand. They carry the Bible in their head that there's no other name apart from Jesus on this earth, any other will allow you. When the sun rises and sets, tomorrow there will be a what? A rising sun. Today in the spiritual world, I'm the king of. There's another sister, a retired teacher. He said, I taught her how to make what? Aircraft in Ijaw language. Yes. There's one sister, Alpha, is now married to a pastor. She said that since he received knowledge, each time we sleep, we are there manufacturing cars. And the source of knowledge, the source of everything known and unknown. Today, don't believe in me. I'm saying that one day, your economy will dwindle because you don't have spiritual power. That's why the spiritual power comes. When spiritual power comes, they say, all eyes shall see him. And that is why I declare, call me anywhere you are. They are seeing me. Are you there? So don't argue. If you want to argue, go and meet God, the creator of heaven and earth, to ask you, why did you give power to Ajiro Baton, Dan Ibrahim, or Makibami? Before you go there, you know you have to cut yourself. You have to die before you go there. Otherwise, If you call the Creator sincerely, I'm the one to appear. Because I'm the managing director now to fire and hire. I didn't come here to fight. All I'm saying is that don't rock my boat. Stay on board and enjoy yourself. Yes, if you don't have, you have. If you have, you will have more. Yes, the black man is no longer going to be a slave. That's why we are saying, give us a try. Let the Super Eagles be headed by a black man. Okay? That's it. That's what we are saying. And all the industry, we want people who will think African. Don't go with the, they say the World Bank said it. No, think of what we can do ourselves. Yes, companies that has related to what? Local raw materials. Look, if you want the economy to start booming, let our president say, as from today, everybody should eat pounded yam or fufu or local made rice for the next 5 years. Old boy, you will find peace in your home, you will find bliss in your way, you will find wealth wherever you go. Because that is the time you cannot be cheated anymore. He said, use what you have to get what you want. So, take care. I will see you tomorrow at the same time. My blessings are with you. Yes. For those who want divine knowledge, report yourself. Yes. If you are able to be here on Thursday and Friday, you have divine knowledge on Tuesday. Yes. This time we want you to be sure, so that knowledge doesn't become like giving a diamond to a monkey. With knowledge, you win. With the knowledge, you survive. With the knowledge, you live long. With the knowledge, you'll be strong. With the knowledge, you'll be wiser. With knowledge, you'll be what? An epitome of love, to bring peace, harmony, and joy to the world. So once again, blessings and blessings to everyone. Blessings and blessings to everyone. Blessings and blessings to everyone.
Savior is on the planet, and suffering has come to an end. Guru Maharaj is gone. Savior is on the planet, has come to an end. Guru Maharaj is gone. We no longer no more there. The Savior is on the planet. Of the planet, we no longer no more there. The
Savior is on the planet. A suffering has come to an end. Sadhguru Maharaj is gone.
We no longer one more time.
Savior is on the planet. A suffering has come to an end. Happy, 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 happy. Happy, 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 happy. Happy, 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 happy. Congratulations.
Shri Sadgurudev Maharaj Ji. Shri Sadgurudev Maharaj Ji. Shri Sadgurudev.